Hello, Cancer. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading, focusing on the time frame of September 16th through the 30th. It is a general reading, as always, Cancer. It's not going to resonate with every single person, so please do take from this reading whatever makes sense for you and your life and release the rest. I will also have a list of all of the card decks that I typically use for my readings down below in the description box. And if you're interested in a personal private reading from me, I do offer that, and that info is also down below. All right, Cancer, so let's get started. I first wanted to pull some focus messages. This is from I believe it's the Guardian Angel Tarot card deck by Radley Valentine. So let's start off with that, and let's grab a focus message for you, Cancer, for this reading for the second half of September. Let's go ahead and grab one here. We do have the Guardian of Abundance. I ended up pulling this card, I believe it was for Capricorn. So for some of you guys, if you are thinking of a Capricorn for this reading, perhaps you're in tune with that type of energy from Capricorn. Okay, so this particular card reads, this is a time of great success for you. All your plans are blessed and will move forward perfectly. Unexpected job opportunities arise in the near future. Make sure to accept them. This card indicates that someone with an amazing career is involved in the situation. This is a powerful person with great integrity who enjoys hard work. This person could be you. Wow, that's a fantastic card. It's a beautiful card, okay? So let's see how that plays itself out, Cancer, for this reading. Beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead. I wanted to grab also a couple of focus messages from these two decks. They're both called Lover's Oracle. One is my heart-shaped one that I always use a lot in my readings. And then I ended up just recently getting this one from Germany. So I wanted to start incorporating this deck into my reading. So let's grab some focus messages from these two decks. All right, so first and foremost, the Lover's Oracle with the heart-shaped cards. All right, Cancer, so this particular card reads, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. All right, so perhaps it's time for a little bit of soul searching to figure out in your heart what is it that you're truly wanting, not just necessarily in regard to your love connections, but in other aspects of your life as well, So that's coming through for some of you guys. All right, so going towards the Lover's Oracle, my second Lover's Oracle deck. Let's see. One final focus message for this reading. Let me go ahead and fan that out as well. This card reads, love does not know about yesterday and tomorrow. It is always new. That's an interesting message. So we'll see what the other supporting cards say about that particular message or how it complements it. All right, guys. So starting off with the Romance Angels cards, let's take a look first at your love connections, Cancer. Let's take a look and see what's going on there. So angels and spirit guides for Cancer for the second half of September. What's going on? What's going on in love and romance? All right, guys, let's take a look at this and see what messages would benefit you this time around for the second half of September. There's deception coming through here. All right, so the person that you're thinking about for this reading they might not be honest with you. They might be telling you lies. This is coming forward with the message that reads, someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. Okay, so that's something to be aware of. If you're not aware of it as of yet, you might, possibly the second half of the month. So let's see how that plays itself out here. We also have give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. Okay, so it's interesting how we've got deception and we've got give your relationship a chance here. So this relationship might be worth saving, but there are issues that are coming through in regard to that deceptive card. So let's see what the surrounding cards tell us. What else, please, for Cancer? And some of you guys might already be suspicious that somebody is being manipulative or deceptive with you. It does say it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So what's up with that deception? Let's pull some more. But it's interesting how that one Lover's Oracle card does read, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it's only in being true to yourself that you could be true to others. Okay, so if it is pertaining to that, Cancer, perhaps you're being deceptive in interacting with somebody that you're thinking about for this reading. Perhaps it is you that's not being honest and truthful with somebody that you are interacting with, especially if you are possibly juggling two people, okay? If there is a third-party situation going on here, it falls on your lap, Cancer, to make sure that you're being truthful to yourself about what it is that you want. Because we do have give your relationship a chance here. It is safe for you to love this person, but there might be a third party that is interjecting their energies into this situation. So you need to analyze who it is that you are wanting here. And I think it's so interesting how this is the next card right after it is safe for you to love. So there's somebody that you're thinking about, Cancer, for this reading that is coming through as your soulmate. What I'm feeling here is there's more than one person in this scenario. There's more than just you and one other person. I feel there's somebody else that you're dealing with at this time. Perhaps you were in a relationship with this person before, and they're just not getting the message that you may no longer be interested. But at the end of the day, you need to get real about what it is that you want, who it is that you ultimately want to be with. There's someone coming through here, somebody that is in your life in a romantic sense that is coming through as your soulmate here. The card after soulmate is trust. So trust may have been broken here, Cancer. For some of you guys, who allowed a third party to interject their energies into your relationship, perhaps that's where this deceptive energy is coming from, and it may have broken you and your soulmate up. Somebody that you feel is your soulmate, somebody who has a lot of love for you. Perhaps whatever third party situation had been going on, perhaps for some of you guys that's a done deal, and you're trying to finally work through your relationship, the one that you're actually wanting to invest your energies towards, okay? Trust has to be restored in this soulmate bond that you have with somebody, okay? And if you guys are in separation at the moment, this is telling you from the angels that it's still safe for you to love each other. It is worth working on the partnership, regardless of whatever deceptive issues had interjected itself into your relationship by way of third parties, somebody being dishonest or manipulative in any way, shape, or form. I do feel you guys will ultimately work through that. It is worth saving this connection, okay? Look at the next card. We do have reconciliation. So it's just a matter of time. I feel, Cancer, that you and your soulmate will eventually get back together. Again, if you guys are in separation or going through some challenges at this time, I feel that trust will ultimately be restored in this connection. This card does read the situation's calling for you to have faith. You both have to meet each other halfway and have faith that ultimately you guys are going to work itself out. Okay, there is a reconciliation here that's coming through. All right, so let's add to this, guys, with some twin flame shadows. Now, as you may or may not know, this is the Twin Flame Shadows deck by Mystic Moon. It delves into certain aspects of a relationship, a connection that is hidden, that is in the shadows. It's not, it hasn't been enlightened, okay? There are elements of the connection that have not been revealed as of yet. This is literally aspects of your connection that you might not even be aware of that's going on beneath the surface, behind the scenes. So let's take a look at that, because clearly we do have that deception card coming through here. I do feel you and this person that you consider to be your soulmate, Cancer, you guys are in separation right now. If you're not in separation, you guys are just having some issues going on at the moment, more than likely because somebody was being deceptive. So it's either you, Cancer, who was being deceptive, or you dealt with somebody who was in this deception type energy. All right, so let's see what the Twin Flame Shadows deck brings forward. You don't have to associate or resonate with a twin flame connection. That's just the name of the card deck. We do have Pitiful coming through. Perhaps if you did deal with somebody that brought forward this deceptive energy into your life, Cancer, this is how you're now seeing them, you know, in this type of negative, pitiful type energy. Somebody that you no longer want to interact with or have in your life. That's part of what's in the shadows here. Perhaps they're a little bit clueless still as to what's going on. I have a card flying out. One second. Okay, we do have Guarded coming through. For some of my Cancers, what I'm feeling here, I tap typically into divine feminine energy from this Guarded card, but of course, you know, take it for how it resonates with you. It doesn't have to be female, but typically I do tap into divine feminine energy from that. So if that pertains to your situation, Cancer, especially if you happen to be divine masculine tuning in, there is a divine feminine soulmate that you are either having issues with or you guys are in separation, and she's coming through as very guarded because of what's gone down in this connection. Perhaps she feels betrayed as a result of this deceptive energy from a third-party situation that may have happened. Okay, let's see what else. What else is in the shadows for Cancer, please? Angels and spirit guides, what else do we need to know? What else is in the shadows for Cancer, please? Void. Okay, somebody feeling an emptiness. Something's missing in this situation. If you guys are not together at this time, if there is distance and stagnation going on here between you and this person that you have a lot of love for, Cancer, again, coming through as a soulmate connection here. Part of the reason why that is because you're not connecting in that 3D element. There is a literal void between the two of you because you're not interacting or communicating at this time, possibly, but it is coming through that there is a reconciliation here. So I do feel eventually there will be a shift towards manifesting a reconnection here between you and this person. This does say give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. And part of the healing process that needs to happen here is you both need to come towards each other with the truth. Okay, and it goes back to this focused message of being truthful with yourself in order to offer the truth to others, because that's the total opposite energy of deception. Okay, I do feel that the truth is now ready to be dealt with and revealed, and that's what's going to eventually offer this connection, the type of healing that's needed in order to bring forward that reconciliation. And look at the next card after Void. We do have Stagnant. And I'm already picking up off of that, you know. The card after that is Forceful. And to me, when this card comes through, it is the energy of forcing somebody to do something that they're not ready to do or that they don't want to do. And so in regard to your soulmate, Cancer, you can't force them to come back to you. They can't force you to come back to them. it has to happen on its own time, and when the situation is healed, and once that comes into play for you guys, once it's part of your journey to welcome in a reconnection, that's when it's all going to unfold. But as far as forcing the issue with your soulmate, I do feel that that's not going to help matters. They still have love for you, and I feel, Cancer, you still have love for them, but it needs to happen on its own time. So right now, if there isn't a whole lot of movement going on in your relationship, there's a reason for that, because they may not be ready to start talking, or they're still hurting, feeling betrayed if you did interact with a third party in some way, or if they did. This could certainly be reversed, Cancer, to where you're the one that ended up getting hurt by a third party and your person that you feel as your soulmate ended up hurting you. It could go either way, okay? All right, so let's add to this with some tarot. So angels and spirit guides, what else do we have for Cancer for the second half of September? So now, using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland, let's take a look and see what else needs to come through here for you, Cancer. So angels and spirit guides for Cancer, please. What else do we need to know in regard to this connection? What else is going on, or what else do we need to be made aware of in love and life for Cancer for the second half of the month? What else needs to come through for Cancer at this time, please? Yeah, see that? Okay, so it's a beautiful card because it taps into celebration. Okay, rejoice in celebration. It is the Three of Cups here. Three of Cups is water energy. So your very own energy, Cancer, is coming through here. For some of you guys as well, you might be thinking of a Scorpio and Pisces. Okay, so this does tap into water energy. But the 3 here is indicating to me that it could potentially be a third party that brought in this deception in your life, Cancer. So however way that is presenting itself in your life, it is being confirmed here by this 3 of Cups. What else, please? What else, please, for Cancer for the second half of September? We do have the 7 of Pentacles. In the upright, it does say patience and planning, but it is coming up reversed here. So for some of my Cancers, you might be thinking of an earth sign, a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus, okay? So the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse is work without results. It's distractions, a lack of rewards, okay? So for some of you guys, you might be getting a little bit too distracted with your personal life while you're at work. You're not focusing, okay? And part of that distraction could be this third party situation that's going on for some of you guys, or just other challenges in your life that's just not working in your favor at this time. So that needs to be cleared. That's part of the reason why things are stagnant with you and your soulmate, possibly, Cancer. What else, please? And that could also be financial issues for some of my Cancers too. Perhaps you're tapping yourself out. Some of you guys may have had to dip into your retirement funds just to be able to pay your bills. You know, whatever, however it is presenting itself to you. We do have that intuition card coming through. That is the High Priestess. Once again, tapping into your very own energies. You know, that is water energy. So either you, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces is coming through there. Now, part of the energies of the High Priestess, it is hidden knowledge. Okay? It's certain things, certain aspects of the situation that is being hidden here. And it's also tapping into secrecy. So there is that element of mystery in some of your connections. And I do feel for some of you guys, it was a third party situation. there is no action. There's definitely no action, since we do have stagnant energy, and part of the energy of the High Priestess is inaction. But you got to pay attention to your intuition and what your intuition is trying to tell you. You know, you got to follow and trust your gut in regard to this whole scenario and what it's trying to tell you. This is time for you to just seek answers on your own and just try to figure things out for yourself, and ultimately what it is that you're wanting in your relationships, in your love life, because there is somebody here that is coming through as your soulmate, somebody that has a whole lot of love for you, Cancer, and somebody that I feel you have a lot of love for as well. You have a lot of love for this person. Let's grab some more. What else, please, for Cancer for the second half of September? What else do we need to know? Angels and spirit guides for Cancer, please. Look at that. Okay, in the upright, this card says truth. Okay, it's coming up reversed here. In traditional tarot, that is the Judgment card. But as I mentioned, it is coming up reversed here, so that is lack of self-awareness. That is somebody who doubts themselves, somebody who does not love themselves. It is tapping into self-hate and self-doubt. This could either be you, Cancer, or the person that you're thinking about for this reading. Whoever it was that created the challenges that are happening at this time, it's tapping into that person. Whoever created the challenges, the third party, the hurt, the pain that you guys had to endure as a result of what happened in the situation to put you guys into distance and in this stagnant energy. Because trust was broken in this connection. I ultimately do feel that somebody wants to tell the truth, but maybe they're hesitant because they're afraid to come clean, whoever it is that you're thinking of for this reading, Cancer. And for some of you guys, I can't help but think that it might be you, Cancer, who's afraid to finally just express what's fully in your heart and just take responsibility for your actions, if indeed it was you that created this distance and the deception and a third party. You know, third parties, it's not for everybody for this reading, but it's certainly coming through for some of you guys. All right, let's grab one more card from the Psychic Tarot. What else, please, for Cancer for the second half of September, please? Angels. Beautiful. I'm glad this is coming through. Victory and success, that is the Six of Wands. Okay, so some of you guys are actually thinking of a fire sign. So Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. It's victory and success. Okay, so ultimately, regardless of where you're at on this journey, Cancer, it will take time, but I do feel eventually you and your soulmate will reconcile and work through the challenges that you guys have had to face as a result of third parties, deception, manipulation, lies, dishonesty, however way it presented itself in your life, in your relationship. Okay, you'll be victorious. Everything is ultimately going to work itself out. I do see that here. You know, it's not going to be an easy road because I do feel there's still a lot of pain that some of you guys are in. And it will require some patience on your part, Cancer, or the other person that you're thinking about. If they're just really antsy about getting things moving, it's going to take time. This process of healing cannot be rushed. All right. So I want to grab some Twin Flame Messages Volume 2 messages from Mystic Moon. This is going to tap into some thoughts and feelings, emotions and words that need to be expressed between you, Cancer, and the person you're thinking about for this reading. And as I mentioned, you don't have to resonate with a Twin Flame connection. That's just the name of the card deck. You know, clearly we do have that soulmate card that's right there. So let's take a look who needs to speak up here, whether it is you, Cancer, whether it is a third party that needs to speak up, whether it is your soulmate. Let's take a look. Who needs to speak up here at this time? Angels and spirit guides, please bring it forward. Even though I don't show it, I am sorry for how things went between us. Yeah. So again, this is either you saying this, Cancer, or the person that you are in separation from, who is your soulmate. Even though I don't show it, I'm sorry for how things went between us. I feel more so that it could potentially be a divine masculine who's saying this. But of course, you know, take it for however way it presents itself in your life. This says, I'm afraid to take that next step right now. Yeah, because as I mentioned earlier, somebody's afraid to come forward with the truth. They're not ready, whether this is you, Cancer, or the person that you're thinking about for this reading. That's part of that stagnant energy, and why the energies from the High Priestess, that there's just no action right now. But eventually things are going to shift and move. You just got to have patience, because they're not ready. I'm afraid to take that next step right now. And the other card coming through, there are still so many unsaid things between us. Yeah, they know it. There's still a lot of things that you guys want to say to each other, but I feel, you know, because of this void that's right here, you guys are not ready. Certainly feeling that empty void between you guys, because there is this distance at the moment, but knowing and understanding that there's so many things left unsaid. So eventually, when you have the chance to reconnect and reconcile, you'll be able to have those conversations and start healing. Start the healing process of healing from the pain, healing from the betrayal, the deception, whoever it was that caused or inflicted that pain on the other. Because there are still so many things here between you guys that need to be expressed. And it'll happen when it's meant to happen. You cannot rush that process. Look at the bottom card here, guys. Look at that. It says, would you give me the chance to make things right between us? So somebody wants to come back. And Cancer, I do feel that whoever it is that you're thinking about for this reading, you want them back. You want them back, okay? All right, let's continue the conversation with some unspoken messages from the Volume 2 deck by Waite Tarot. Let's take a look and see what else needs to come through here between you and the other person, Cancer. Who else needs to speak up here? Is it your soulmate? Is it you? Is it this person that created a third party? Who needs to speak up here? Let's take a look at that. I'm working with the universe on a special surprise for you. Ooh. All right. Could be your soulmate who is thinking of some sort of surprise for you, Cancer. It could also be reversed, and it's you that wants to surprise your soulmate. So that's a beautiful message. Let's grab another one. Who else needs to speak up here? For Cancer, for the second half of September, please, angels and spirit guides. You know I love you, right? This card came through in one of my other readings for this second half of the month, and for that particular reading, it came through as such a casual expression of love, like, you know I love you, right? You know, it's almost like they're just saying it to say it, and that they don't really care. That is not the energy that I'm feeling here at this time from this card. In this instance, I do feel that it's legitimate and it's sincere from you to your soulmate, or from your soulmate to you. You know I love you, right? They just want you to know that they love you, Cancer. And I feel for some of you guys, you want your soulmate to know this as well, especially if you were at fault for the third party or whatever challenges broke you guys up. You know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whose fault it was. I do feel that you are two people who love each other, who are in separation right now. There is this spiritual connection between you guys that is just undeniable, and you both know it. Okay, so there's a surprise that's coming in, either from you or for you. Beautiful. There's still a lot of love here, Cancer, between you and this person. All right, guys. So let's add to this with some Infinity Oracle messages, once again from Fire Witch Tarot. So angels and spirit guides, what else, please, at this time? What else do we need to know, please, for Cancer for the second half of September? Please bring it forward for me. What else do we need to know at this time for Cancer, please, angels and spirit guides? Please bring it forward for me. Oh, wow. Soul sisters coming through here. What I tap into that for some of you is that this could be same-sex relationships, okay? Especially, of course, for my divine feminines. But for others, I do feel that you have a very special soul connection for your actual sister. If you have a sister that you're very close to and you guys have a very special bond with each other, she's somebody that you can turn to at any given time, somebody that you feel is your soulmate, because soulmates can come in many forms. They could certainly be family, they could be friends. It doesn't just have to be romantic in nature. So this is coming through for some of you guys. Look at the bottom card here, guys. We have masculine energy, and that card reads, waiting on you. Waiting on you. Holy crap. So for some of my divine feminines, especially, there is a divine masculine who's waiting on you. Perhaps the divine masculine is recognizing that they hurt you or that they messed up. And as this card says, even though I don't show it, I'm sorry for how things went between us. Still so many unsaid things between the two of you. And would you give me the chance to make things right between us, okay? Ultimately, I do feel that chance will be forthcoming, okay? You guys will eventually have the opportunity to reconcile and pick up where you left off and solve the issues that you guys had dealt with in your relationship. Wow. All right, so let's add to this with some signs from Spirit Love Oracle. What else do we need to know for Cancer, please? Angels and spirit guides. Second half of September. All right. What else do we need to know, please, for Cancer? Hat and rolls. Some of you guys may have so much going on in your life. Some of you guys may have multiple jobs or multiple roles in your life where you wear many hats. You could be a parent. You could be, some of you guys might actually even be a spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend. It doesn't matter. A sister, brother, cousin, aunt, uncle, whatever. There's so many roles that we play in our lives that just keep us very busy. And sometimes when we spread ourselves too thin, it's very difficult for us to focus on what we have in front of us by way of our own challenges in our life. Okay, so this is simply acknowledging for some of you guys that possibly maybe spreading yourselves too thin to where you're constantly helping so many people that you interact with, friends, family, that you just haven't made enough time for yourself, especially if you're on this journey and it's been a very painful journey being apart from a soulmate that you have in mind here. You got to nurture yourself. You got to take care of yourself too. What else, please? What else, please, for Cancer, angels and spirit guides? What else do we need to know at this time? Ooh, we have a door. That is a door of transition. That's awesome. Because whenever this card comes through, it gives you the opportunity to get out of one situation that is no longer serving you and being given the opportunity to walk out that door if you no longer want to be there. And walking out that door will offer you many new opportunities as well. So it's a time of transition in your life, Cancer. Part of this transition is ultimately going to propel you forward in your life, not just in your relationship with your soulmate that you more than likely are in separation from, but whatever may be challenging you or standing in your way at this time. It could be your finances, your career, other relationships that might be challenged at the moment. Once you walk through that door and offer yourself a new opportunity, a new direction in your life, then you can certainly write a new story for yourself and just have a better future compared to where you've been in the past if it's been challenging. All right, so that's coming through there. All right, guys, so let's move on to some healing messages here for you. So angels and spirit guides for Cancer, please. Some healing messages at this time for Cancer for the second half of September. Honestly, guys, I cannot believe how fast this year has gone. It'll be Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas before you know it. Surrender and release, yes. Let go, Cancer, of what is no longer serving you. And this is different for every person tuning in. There are all things in our life that we need to release and let go of. That's not always the easiest thing to do. But once you do that, and that is part of this transition, walking out the door or walking in to a door to welcome in a new opportunity, it really depends on how it's playing itself out in your life. But what this is telling you is that you got to let go of people, of experiences, of pain, of bitterness, of whatever negative energy you're still holding on to, because that is what is preventing you from claiming happiness, claiming a better future for yourself. That is what ultimately is going to start that ball rolling, to start that healing process here. And that's why time is involved. That is why we have this stagnant energy. And as I mentioned, part of that high priestess energy is that there is no action. It's inaction at this moment. So let it go. It's different for everybody, but you know what you need to let go of. And once you do that, once you do the work to do that, look what's coming in for you. This is the bottom of the deck. Your soulmate. Okay? That is what's coming in for you. They'll be back. They'll be back, Cancer. So you got some work to do while you guys are in separation, more than likely. They'll be back. Okay, we've got 2 soulmate cards here. So I still feel you guys have so much love for each other, despite the challenges that you guys have endured in this relationship. Okay? All right, guys. So let us close out your reading with some final thoughts from the guardian angels. So angels and spirit guides for Cancer, please, some final thoughts. But your soulmate, guys, your soulmate loves you. Okay. What do we have? We have guilt. Isn't that interesting? You do not need another's approval to feel worthy of love, regardless of what you've done or what you think you've failed to do. From your soul's perspective, there's neither right nor wrong. Every experience in life is here to help you expand your awareness of love so that you may embrace ever greater spheres of wisdom. You've done nothing wrong. So if you have been feeling guilty, Cancer, over what's happened here, this is confirmation for some of you that you didn't do anything. You know, it falls on the other person's lap. That's where this deception is coming from. They created the deception. I can't speak. They created the deception in this scenario. More than likely. Okay? Because there's guilt here that you need to release. That is part of this surrender and release energy. Let it go. Okay? And the final message for this reading is Jewel. This card reads, every event in life presents us with a new opportunity to experience ever greater love. There is a jewel to be found within every teardrop. Trust. We, your angels, are guiding the current events. This is a time in which you and those close to you will emerge strengthened by ever greater bonds of love. Trust. There is nothing to fear. There is only love. Your soulmate still loves you. Okay? You guys are each other's soulmates. And even though trust may have been broken in this connection, I do feel you guys can heal that. And you can eventually come back together and have this reconciliation that I do feel for some of you is something that you have been wanting. All right, Cancer. So that's where I'm going to leave this reading, guys. I hope that whoever this came through for, that it did help you in some way. All right, guys. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, all of that info is down below in the description box. And I'll be back real soon, guys, with more readings for you. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.